So, Title Update 3 dropped yesterday, and we've had a lot of work to do. I haven't done much grinding because not a lot of my builds actually changed, but I've just done all the bounties all the way up to Heroic to get all the gear, done some recalibrating, and now I have a raid ready build. I'm running the Sharpshooter specialisation, just so that we get the extra reload speed and everything like that. Our weapon is going to be the custom P416 G3, 19.3k damage, we've got Optimist on it, distance for extra range, and in rhythm while equipped enemy kills have a 5% chance to refresh active skill cooldowns, can occur once every 60 seconds. I'm running the hollow sight for accuracy, I've got the light extended mag for an extra 10 rounds, laser pointer for extra crit hit chance, and I have the suppressor for stability, I lose a bit of range. And as always, running the chatterbox, while holstered, reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill grants 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. That is so helpful in increasing DPS. For those of you wondering, the DPS is around 1 to 1.1 mil, but I have seen a max of like 1.2 to 1.25 million. Nothing too important about the pistol, I've always run this one, the PX4 Storm Type T. Optimist, but the best thing about it is we have stop, drop and roll. While equipped, rolling removes burning, bleed and poison status effects, can occur once every 60 seconds. Then into the gear, we have the medium breather Douglas and Harding brand set, which gives extra accuracy, 29% damage to elites, 10k health, and hard hitting, which took a little nerf. Over to the backpack, we have Airoldi holdings, which is accuracy and headshot damage because I have 2 pieces on, 6.5% weapon damage. Unfortunately, can't recalibrate it to put the weapon damage up anymore, because I've already modified to put hard hitting onto it. But we have Safeguard, killing the target grants a 150% bonus to repairing and healing effects for 5 seconds, occurs once every 20 seconds. And you'll see on the left hand side, it's quite a tanky one in terms of health. I don't normally go for that much health, but all the defensive stats have been boosted. It's a 474, there's extra skill power that comes with this as well. And I don't have an offensive mod on it because that would put me up to 5 and I wouldn't even be able to use Safeguard. Into the chest, this is one I found recently. It gives cooldown reduction because it's Alp Summit armament. 26,000 health, 747 skill power. I took health on kill, I forget what that's called, but I took that off and put some extra health on it. Then we've got a generic mod which gives protection from elites and some shock resistance. And you can see the defensive and offensive mods there, weapon damage, AR damage, LMG as well, health, extra incoming healing and armor regeneration. Into the gloves, we have the second brand set for Airoldi holdings. And you can see there it gives 12% AR damage, which is very high. Then I've actually recaled it to put Wicked on it because you get an extra 10% weapon damage to status affected enemies. At this current time, I think that's probably the best talent to have on this sort of a build. Then into the holster, we have Fenris Group AB, which gives us 10% AR damage. 16.6k health, 21% cooldown reduction. It was either that or boost the health, and I don't have a holster that's got much more health. Then we have Devastating for an extra 5% weapon damage. And finally, the knee pads are Geiler Guard, so we get 5% total armor, 18.2 thousand health. We have Patience. I am so glad we can run Patience on this build. I couldn't see myself enjoying the game without using Patience, just because of how strong it is to get armor back. Then we've got 2 defensive mods on this. Armor, total armor, health, extra incoming healing, and armor regeneration again. So we've got 1000 skill power, we've got 129k health, we've got 195,000 armor. And going into the stats quickly, you can see all the talents that we've just gone through. And then down here, we actually have 19,294 weapon damage with a 5% crit chance, 25% crit damage. We have a 90% headshot damage, 30% reload speed bonus, 25% accuracy, 50% stability, and this gun does not move. The P416 is amazing. We don't have a weapon handling boost. We've got 13.5% all weapons damage, 24% AR, 4% LMG, which is irrelevant. Again, rifle damage irrelevant to this build. Only 49% damage to elites, but that doesn't matter too much because we have 29% health damage. We've got 1600 armor regen, 64,700 health regen. So our health goes up very quick. Little bit of shock resistance. Then you can see the skill cooldown reduction is 31%. And we have 1076 skill power. I will at some point be doing a skill build. And I also want to try an LMG build because I found an M60 that has 28,000 damage. And that's without a build set up for it. So once I get that fully optimized, that could be a deadly gun to use. So just quickly, I'll show you the DPS on this. We've got it set to named. And we're going to go for chest for the further away targets. 625, which is shocking. A headshot to the closer target. You can see the extra rate of fire there, 1.1 million. 1.15 pretty much. Slower rate of fire gives us 1 million because the chatterbox didn't come into effect. 1 million again a bit further back. 1.1 again, so you can see it's like an average of 1.1 million. And now what we're going to do, so you can see some proper gameplay, as we always do with the builds, is we are going to go down to the named boss to the south of the White House, take him down. Okay, the enemies are just up ahead. I'm going to chuck my seeker mine. And I forgot to restock on ammo, so I'm quite low. But you can see that this hardly moves. And we got our seeker mine back. Sharps is down. One more enemy somewhere. And just quickly to show you the recoil, how good it actually is. I'm not going to touch my right analog stick, I'm just going to shoot. It has the tiniest bit of recoil. And it'd be alright if it focused, there we go. So it barely moves. It's faster firing, it deals a decent amount of damage. Obviously you can make it a lot better, but this is still classed as raid ready because I feel comfortable enough to use it to go into the raid, and hopefully I won't get my arse handed to me. As long as I'm patient, going behind cover, using patience, I should be all good. So that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you think of this build in the comments, and also what build you're going to be taking into the raid, and we'll see how the raid goes tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.